Hello?
Radio.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Diva of Days of Our Lives. This is Carrie. You can find me on Twitter at Diva of DOOL, and our Facebook page is Diva of Days of Our Lives. You could also follow us here on Blogtalkradio and subscribe to us on iTunes. And we have Marianne here.
Hi, everyone. You can find me on Mama at _Hooch on Twitter.
And Miss Jen is here tonight.
Hi, guys. I'm at RAXJVK at Twitter.
And Anna hasn't started her New Year's resolution yet of calling early, but she was on time.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Oh.
I was hoping. I was all ready. I was all ready with a comeback.
10:01.
No, well, actually, it was right on the dot.
No.
I was
right
dialing. And actually, I haven't even eaten dinner yet. I had to put my dinner in the fridge because I had just barely gotten in from running through. So now I hope you all feel really sad and bad for me. No, anyway, you can find me at Hooch on Twitter. Happy New Year, everybody!
Well, Happy New Year!
And I'm going to add that.
Happy New Year!
Add that. Be early for the Diva chat to my 18 different resolution apps that I downloaded to try to figure out which one I want to use. So I'm my resolution
good luck with that.
Is to figure out my first resolution is to figure out which app is the best to use. I'll probably never get done.
Just saying. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yes, just search resolutions. Yes,
No.
there's some fun things on there.
Don't even bother anymore.
Me neither.
Too old for that,
Yeah.
I think.
No, I
say
actually
that for
wrote them
everything
down on
now.
a piece of paper. Yeah.
Oh, wow, good.
Yeah, so I'm not accountable at all because I just wrote it down on a piece of paper.
There you go. Was it in pencil or pen?
That's a good question. No, I think I did in pen. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. So you're bound to it then. If you can find the piece of paper. If you're me, you would lose the piece of paper between now and next year and completely forget what you resolved. So it's all good.
I would lose it within a week.
Yeah, I have a great tip for people who lose papers, notes and stuff. Like I always left my grocery list at home. So I now I have my grocery list on the notes app on my phone because my phone's always with me when I'm shopping.
Yes,
and that way I just pull it up.
I use
that
for
I
a lot.
do.
No, I do use notes a lot, but I do use that notepad a lot. But I found an app a couple of years ago called AnyList. And you can have so you've got your grocery list, then you can have multiple lists if there's only things that you buy at Lowe's or whatever. So I use that all the time. It's really helpful. So that's either one of those are good tips. So
well, if you want to do the Kate update first, and that way you can have your dinner.
Oh no, that's okay. I had some grapes tide me over, so hopefully. Well, I didn't. I tried to watch all the Kate scenes this week, and I only got through about half of Fridays, just so I'm lacking in what happened in the last half of Friday for Kate stuff. But so you guys can help fill in the gaps. I believe it was Monday's show where she's talking to Stevano or whatever we're calling him, And I still can't. It's still hard for me to get my head wrapped around that one. But I noticed he's doing the hand gestures and folding his arms on his chest like Stevano, and he's trying to get some of the mannerisms and stuff, but it is really hard for me to see Steve doing those things. Anyway, so basically she's like, getting kind of tired of the whole thing and like, you know what, I think I'm just going to call and, I forget who she was going to call, not the police, but who was she going to call? Anyway, to tell him that Stefano was back in town.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, probably John or Marlena.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. That's who it was. And tell her, and so she's just about to do that, and then he's like, he talks her out of it, and then basically what she's in it for is she's hoping to get a big payout once he takes over Demira. She's the only reason she's really helping out with this is that she is hoping that there will be a payoff, and he called her on that, and she admitted it. But anyway, but she's pretty tired of it, and he's kind of getting anxious about it. So he's like, I think it's time to step things up, And I guess I didn't see some of the New Year's Eve stuff, but I guess it appeared that he, showed up and all that. So, so Kate is mostly doing that, and then I was kind of disappointed though I did enjoy the Hattie. This is sort of related to Kate, and I'll tell you why. So Roman and Hattie are talking about, and I think she might have borrowed Susan's wardrobe for this particular turn back in Salem. And
it's actually Marlena's blouse. Marlena gave her that ugly ass blouse.
Yeah, Marlena gave her that. That real bright thing with all the colors.
I would have done that.
I thought that was one of Susan's. Oh my goodness! Wow. So what did she do? Go,
yeah.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, okay. So that's really bizarre, but okay. But anyway, so of course we all know Hattie would love to be with Roman and everything, but I had to say I got a little deflated when they were talking about Kate and her entertaining a gentleman upstairs, and how Roman was saying, well, it's none of my business what she does upstairs, and he says, just so you know, and Hattie was like, well, I'm assuming since you're like with Kate all the time and your past history that you guys would probably like have moved close to each other again, and he's like, no, he goes, I've had a long-standing policy ever since I was Chris Kosachek, I added that part, where I don't have relationships with my underlings, basically my employees. So so I was like, wait a minute here. So he's like basically willing to have principles such that he would not do it with Kate if she let him. I mean, come on. Who believes that? Mm-hmm. Raise a hand. Who believes that? Anyway, so that's what he's telling Hattie anyway. But I was kind of deflated because I thought if Roman really has that rule and he sticks with it, he better fire Kate, because they need to get it on. Anyway, so so that was kind of weird. But then she had some scenes later in the week with Princess Gina that were really funny. Princess Gina's treating her like crap, like the help, as she called her. And, basically Kate's trying to talk her into, like, we need to move this thing along or whatever. And Gina's like, I don't take advice from the help, And so, of course, Kate, and I just love, it's like, they're great. It's like, I just love, like, the bitchy, like, back and forth. And Kate kind of set her straight. And then Gina turned around and kind of slapped her again, not literally, but like slapped her down again. And then that's kind of where I left it. So I didn't see the rest of Friday, so I don't know what happened the rest of Friday with Kate. But that's about all I saw. I don't know if there was something else that you guys wanted to jump in on, but
Gina needs to take a long walk off a short pier.
Oh yeah. Or be shoved.
Oh, Gina, I hate that storyline.
I'd be happy if Kate shoved her off the short pier. I don't care. She didn't have to even walk.
Mm-hmm.
We'll carry her off.
Well, after the way she treated Hattie, I wanted Hattie to do it.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part.
Oh yeah.
She was a witch.
Hattie was. Yeah. Gina saw Hattie at the pub, and she was confused, but she kind of thought it was Marlena. And so Hattie introduced herself as Hattie, and Hope just acted like, whatever. And Hattie said, "Hey, I thought we were friends." And Gina turns to her and says, "No, we're not," and walks out of the pub. It was brutal. I mean, she was just, she did it in front of Roman. And this is after, Roman talked to Rafe, and Rafe said he compiled a dossier on all the crazy things Hope has been doing the last few months. So Roman's been keeping an eye out on Hope, and she just saw her being a total bitch to Hattie, and he also saw that Hope was fighting with Kate again. And this is after Rafe said he's walked in on Kate and Hope fighting. So, yeah, Gina being a bitch to Hattie got noted for sure by Roman.
Now, did Princess Gina, did she know of that history of Hattie and Hope? I don't know how much she would have known.
I don't know.
It's almost like she didn't realize who Hattie was. So I don't know if that was the reason. But, yeah. So, but anyway, Rafe's finally, Rafe's the one has the brain right now.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise. But, yeah, he's kind of the one that's starting to think something's wrong.
Rafe and Roman.
Yeah.
Well, this is after Gina's been in town for 14 months now.
About a year.
Now
about a year.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over a year.
Yeah. So do I understand that this is now 2021?
I believe.
They didn't really say. It would have to be, but they didn't say like happy 2020 or happy 2021. But it would, if they've jumped a year, so they should be like a year or what it should have been. So they should really be in 2021. That's I guess that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because at the New Year when they had the New Year's Eve party, all they just did was like Happy New Year. So yeah. So she would have been for almost a whole year.
Yeah, because she pushed Jennifer off in November. So it'd be about
right
13 months. Yeah. But I gotta say though too, wasn't that the lamest New Year's Eve party?
Yep.
I mean before Stevano showed up, it was boring. There was no music. There was really only a few people
the
there.
Light? Yeah, did you notice the funny lighting?
Oh yeah.
No.
Or was it maybe
I didn't
on
notice
TV? Somebody was saying about the pink lighting. It just seemed like I don't know what it was, dark, but it just seems like everybody had a pink haze to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a filter or something. I don't know. But,
yeah.
It was just Kayla and Justin, John and Marlena, and then Gina showed up with Stevano and Julie and Doug. I think that was it. Yeah, that was lame. Nobody else showed up.
Yeah. Eli and Gabi were going to, but they never made it past their bedrooms. So But other than that, I don't know who else was invited.
Well,
Brady and Nicole were going to go. Yeah.
Oh, you had Abby and Chad did go. But, I mean, they were so boring, I didn't even remember they were there. But, Abby and Chad were there for a couple of minutes. Yeah, they left before midnight.
When the kids woke
and the
up.
clothes...
And Gabi were more interesting when they were in Paris, and that's only because of Paris. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I honestly can't wait for Chad to leave again. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
and what did Abby have on?
Holy cow.
Somebody said she looked like she was in her pajamas.
Yep.
Yeah. It looked like a pair of silk pajamas.
It's New Year's Eve. Show a little bit of skin. You're supposed to have fun. And I mean, it was just horrible. And Oh, and Marlena had this awful black sequin blazer on with giant brass buttons on it. And, I mean, basically all she was missing was shoulder pads. If she would have had shoulder pads and teased out her hair a little bit more, it would have been the perfect 80s New Year's Eve costume. It was horrible.
Right.
The only dress I liked was Julie's.
Was whose?
Oh.
Julie.
Oh.
I liked her dress.
Yeah, Julie always looks good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. But Julie, she always looks nice. She always looks good.
Yeah.
And Kayla's dress was nice, but I still don't think it was New Year's Eve-ish. It was kind of like, it's like an Easter dress. It was like a real pale pink. Well, I mean.
Well, that's Kayla. Yeah.
No,
I was going to say,
Kayla
so basically Kayla's style.
It is Kayla's style.
Kayla's version of New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, she always
dresses
dresses
character.
Holy crap. That's the thing. Basically, yeah, Abby dressed like Abby, which is very tomboyish. And Kayla dressed very feminine, but not sexy, but feminine. And Marlena loved her damn awful blazers. And I was hoping when Hope became Gina that she would start dressing like Gina and being more elegant. Instead, Gina's still dressing like Hope, the police commissioner.
Yeah.
So, and I'm tired of Gina wearing those damn blazers all the time too. Like, I don't know what's going on. Why no one's wearing, like, Nicole looked great for New Year's Eve, and Kristen.
Yeah,
and Kristen looked great too. Yeah, and I think Gabi dressed like Gabi too. But I have to say, with thinking of wardrobe, I mean the Gabi Chic window mannequins were just awful.
Awful.
And
they were awful.
And you could see why, even if someone was going to vandalize the store to rob it, then no one actually would
take them.
Nothing was
who's going to wear? Who's going to wear?
No. I can see it now. Rafe's walking down the street and he's like, "Oh my gosh, someone vandalized Gabi Chic." And somebody else says, "No, that's just the way the outfit's designed, Rafe."
Sorry, who opened? That's a good one. Who opened Gabi's dresses like that? Unless you're.
But you know what? Gabi actually looks. I think Gabi looks great a lot of the time. I do. I mean, she could pull off some of those looks.
Did she always that little purple thing or lavender thing she had on when she was getting ready to go?
Yeah, she always looks amazing.
Although she never made it there.
But like
winter.
Whenever they show like examples of it or whatever, you're just like, who would buy that? Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing. It's
a good question.
If somebody actually wore those outfits that were in the window, you would look at it, you would know immediately it was Gabi Chic. You would know. Because nobody else would wear that.
Was Gabi with a BBY and she was wearing the Gabi Chic crap? Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Oh my God. If I was Gabi, though, I would have put black wigs on all those mannequins just to piss off Abby.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But, so Lani vandalizes Gabi Chic, but she's mad because she overheard Eli and Gabi being very lovey-dovey and all that, and obviously she didn't steal anything. So, but yeah, so I have to say, I think Gabi probably was the best dressed for New Year's Eve. I think everybody else was. Well, the guys looked nice. I thought Stevano was the best dressed. I really liked his gold tie. I thought he looked really good. But yeah, everybody else. Nicole was good too, and
Justin looked good.
And Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
He looked good.
Justin.
Oh, Justin. Yeah. All the guys looked good. There was really no issue with how the guys
Brady
were dressed.
Looked good too.
It's just. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to hear about my dream about Brady? You're gonna laugh.
Okay.
Our friend
sure.
Mary Kay, like she just had her birthday on the 29th.
Mary Kay,
So I
yeah.
had a dream that I was going out to dinner with Mary Kay, and Eric Martzoff and Greg Vaughn were there.
Oh.
And I'm like, seriously, who wouldn't want to be in the middle of that sandwich? That's fantastic. And I'm sitting at this dinner going, who the hell pulled this off? This is awesome. And then Mary Kay and I had to leave to go into another room. I think they might have been doing something for her birthday. And we come back to the table, and Greg and Eric ditched us and left. They're gone. So I don't know. I just thought that was funny. I had that dream this morning that we got ditched by Greg Vaughn and Eric Martzoff on Mary Kay's birthday. So
were they beard? The main question I have is, were their shirts on or off and bearded or no?
Fully dressed.
Meaning their faces.
And, I think there was facial hair, maybe not a full beard.
Okay.
Some
scruff. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, some scruff.
Yeah.
So we were cool with that.
And Brian Datillo was nowhere around for Mary Kay's
I'm
birthday.
surprised with Mary Kay. I'm surprised you didn't have Brian Datillo there. I was exactly what I was.
Yeah.
I just remember that. That was so funny. Yeah. So
yeah,
fun time. Yeah.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you guys think was the best part of the New Year's Eve?
Oh, Kristen.
Yeah.
She took her nun habit off.
Yeah.
And she said, "You're a nun," and she said, she starts taking it off, she takes it off, and she says, "We broke up." Like her and God broke up. I thought you were a nun. I thought you joined the. No, we broke up. And she took, that was the best line. And the way she said it, the way she took her habit off. And she's in that slinky dress. Yeah. That was, that's what stood out to me. Anyway.
When you mentioned Greg Vaughn, I just wanted to see if everybody saw that he and, my brain is not working. What's her name? His girlfriend.
Angie Harmon.
Yes.
Angie Harmon.
Engaged now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that on Instagram. Yeah. I've always loved her, and I've always loved him, so it's kind of cool that they're, it's like, love that they're together. Anyway, sorry, when you were talking about Greg Vaughn, all of a sudden that popped in my head, and I was like, oh, I got into it. So congratulations to Greg Vaughn.
Congratulations.
I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah. And I also saw where Missy Reeves. Oh, Missy Reeves and Scott Reeves are going to be grandparents.
Aww.
Her daughter's expecting.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was announced. Wow. Yeah.
That's cool. Congrats.
For the first time. Yeah.
Oh.
And I think Mary Beth Evans has two more on the way, grandchildren.
Oh.
She has one, and two. I guess there's two more on the way. So.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Congrats to everybody.
But
that's
but I'm not
awesome.
liking the Stevano storyline and Princess Gina.
Yeah, not feeling
how
it.
long that's going to go on. Yeah.
I'm liking.
Not in the... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Liking Hattie though. Hattie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her interaction with Stevano, and thinks she's talking to Steve, but it's really Stevano, and how she can't stand Stevano, and but I still don't think of him as Stevano. I just think that Steve was Stefano's memories. That's how I look at it, and that's basically what it is. Yeah. So.
And Kayla waking up having dreamt of Steve, and she's in bed with Justin.
Yes. And she's in bed with Justin. Yeah, she's still not over Steve. Come on, we know that. Yeah. Although I like Justin.
It was sweet that Justin said, "I still think of Adrian, or I still dream about Adrian." I'm like,
right,
oh.
right.
Yeah, but Adrian's dead, so that's different.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah.
But does anybody die in film?
But is she dead?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. And I also heard the rumor about Maggie. First we thought it was Sunny, but now they say it's Maggie that they're covering for.
Oh boy.
with Victor and yeah. So I don't know how that'll all. They still haven't gotten to that part of what exactly happened to Adrian.
I don't understand the part of the rumor that she killed Adrian while she'd been drinking. That seemed like she's been really sober. You know.
Right.
Why would she been drinking 6 months ago?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make much sense. She had a grandbaby on the way. You know, I really don't understand that part. I don't know.
And if they didn't kill Jordan, and set Ben up, then who killed Jordan? Don't know that either. I always keep thinking it's Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it had something to do with it. I don't know.
But I don't think Clyde would set Ben up to go to prison, go to death row for Jordan's death, though. I don't think he'd do that to Ben.
I guess he's on his last appeal or something coming up.
And the way Ciara was using Will to visit Will as a cover to visit Ben, only in Salem, can you take a trip to the local prison and actually have more than one person that you're going there to visit or potentially visit.
Her cousin and her boyfriend.
Same with mental hospitals. But anyway, just an observation.
Well, the thing is, too, you can't just show up to a prison anytime you feel like it and go visit someone. There's specific visitation days and hours. And if he's in Statesville, that was considered to be a bit of a drive, too, from Salem. It's not like it's around the corner.
Hey, lady.
And the thing is, too,
did you guys ever watch General Hospital? Because that prison guard looks an awful lot like Manny.
Yeah, I did used to watch it. I'd have to look. The prison guard. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to him though, really.
Could be. Could very well be.
It's like creepy prison guard.
Yeah, I predicted it. I think it was a couple weeks ago that Ciara didn't visit Will this entire time, even though she was there visiting Ben almost on a daily basis, and she actually did admit to it. Because she did visit Will, but she was only visiting Will as a cover, so Victor wouldn't know that she was visiting Ben. Because she, lied and said, "Oh, I was visiting Will." And I just thought that was so rude. Like, if I was the one in prison, and I knew my friend was there, or my cousin was there, visiting, I guess a significant other, and not visiting me, and I'm in the same building, and they're doing this almost on a daily basis, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Instead of
she could have at least visited both of them.
Yeah. And she never did until Victor caught on to her. I just thought that was so ignorant and rude. And they're really ruining this couple because they're just on their own little island. And basically, I mean, they're not, they lost their relationships with everybody else. You don't see Ciara interacting with Hope at all.
That's a good point.
Or her Brady or her Horton side of the family. She's only interacting with the Kiriakis side of the family. And that's only because she's using Justin and Victor. And, it's just, it makes me dislike Ciara. It just seems like she's just using people, and her whole life is wrapped around Ben. And I don't know. And of course, Ben's stuck in prison, so he doesn't have much people to interact with either, other than Marlena and Clyde.
Will.
And Will. That was about it. Yeah.
And Will. Yeah, him and Will are becoming BFFs. The guy that's tried to, tried to kill or watch you killed.
Yeah, I actually like that, so I think that's interesting. But, I mean, just the same conversation over and over and over again about how Ciara's going to get him free. I mean, it's old and it's boring. Especially when, and she's saying, "Oh, I'm just so close to getting him free." It's like you weren't even freaking close. You weren't close at all. She doesn't have any proof at all whatsoever that Victor was behind it.
Yep,
None.
and she was smart when she was 8.
And Xander wants to get rid of her. He wants to fire her and get her out of there, but Victor won't even hear of that. I thought Victor would go along with that. But he says, no, don't do anything to her. Like, Victor's still kind of sticking up for her, even though he knows that she was, trying to find information on Xander, and Xander doesn't trust her. But I hear the Spurs say he has a stroke. I don't know what's coming up.
Yeah, it's this week. Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know what that brings on. Maybe he finds out about Ciara or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or there's an argument or something, maybe.
Yeah, because Xander confronts her and said this was her fault.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, too, if he dies, that actually benefits Xander, because then there's no one to kick him out as CEO.
Yep. And nobody stop him from firing Ciara.
Right. So I'm not sure why Xander would have a problem with Victor dying. So.
Because of Maggie.
Yeah, maybe. I could say the best thing of the week, though, was when Steve talked John Marlena into letting him move into their penthouse, which cracked me up, because they just got rid of
everybody's
Gina.
moving in there.
It's actually
moved in.
Nuts. That's nuts. So first,
I'm actually
Gina
enjoying
was hanging out there as Hope. And
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
You're actually enjoying what?
this long-running gag of musical guests staying at the penthouse. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're living in one of the places, above the pub, Victor's mansion, or in the penthouse.
Yeah, like how
I was just
Stevano
thrilled that Kate
convinces
actually had
Hattie to move out.
A room of her own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, apparently the penthouse is only a 2-bedroom. So
yes, because Stevano had to sleep on the couch because Hattie had the guest room, but then he convinces her to leave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but still
Poor
keep an eye.
Hattie
Maybe she can move in with Kate and keep an eye on things from there. Keep an eye on Kate.
And torture Roman.
I was hoping that Hattie would stay at the penthouse, but I think Hattie living with Marlena and John and Stevano would have been hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that might have been too much work for Deidre if she's playing 2 characters at the same time again.
That's true, I guess. That would be kind of tricky.
But she wasn't happy about Stevano kicking her out, and she thought he was kicking her off the mission. He's like, "Oh no, you're still going to be part of the mission. I just need you to fight on the Brady pub." And Deidre's doing such a great job acting as Hattie. Her eyes just lit up so cute that she was still part of the mission. Oh my gosh, it was adorable.
I know, I just love it. I love it. I do. And you can tell she enjoys playing.
Yeah, she enjoys Hattie. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell. She could, I think, would rather pay Hattie at this point than Marlena. Yeah.
And then, so Kayla shows up to confront Stevano, and the scenes were just, your heart just broke for Kayla, because, she's starting to say, why didn't you contest the divorce? And from his point of view, it's like, she's the one who sent the divorce papers. And then he and then he said he's in love with another woman. He like yelled it at her, and Kayla was just devastated. And the act, I mean, I think it flat out was the best acting performance of the week was Mary Beth Evans. She was, oh my goodness. I mean, she was devastated. It was all over her face. It was really great acting. I think it was the best scene of the week, too. It was very, very good.
I have to say that's Kristen.
Yeah. My only one kind of feels bad for Kristen that Brady rejected her.
I feel bad for her.
No. Well, yeah. I don't know. She screwed up. I think Kristen should have kept playing the nun, like her original plan was. Right.
And I think Brady would have chased after. Yeah, I think Brady would have chased after her.
Yeah.
That she came out in the red dress and started attacking Nicole and literally physically fighting with her. Yeah, and that just completely turned off Brady. Yeah.
He even said, "You're proving that you didn't change." He says, "You're proving to me right now by what you're saying and doing that you haven't changed. That you're still the same."
But she made some valid
exactly
points.
Right.
I mean, those two aren't perfect either. They've caused a lot of pain themselves.
Oh yeah, exactly. But they didn't sleep. I thought they'd get sleep together, but Brady said, "No, we're just doing this as friends." But yeah, oh no.
But they started really kissing again, though, at midnight.
Yeah.
So after they said they were just be friends, they started, shoving their tongues down each other's throats. So that seemed more than just friends.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think, though? Do you think Nicole should give up on Eric and really stick with Brady? Because, I mean, I'm kind of torn.
Yes.
I always like Bricole. I mean, I always like Eric Cole, but Eric is such a dick to her. I mean, I understand she screws up. But he's so judgy with her and gives everybody else a pass. He even, forgave Sarah within a half of a second.
Yeah.
And Brady has always been ride or die with Nicole.
For her.
Like,
right.
No matter what crazy, stupid thing she was going to do, Brady was by her side and never judged her. Like, even
True.
He's the one who blackmailed her into leaving town.
That's true. Good point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did do that, but I still like them together. I've always liked them the best together, Brady and Nicole.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think they might be more compatible though than Nicole and Eric. That's what I'm thinking. Just because Eric he can't live up to his standards. You know what I mean? I mean, she did something wrong, and that's obvious. But I mean, I don't know. I just think Brady would have forgiven her.
Could have forgiven him though for what he did with Daniel. It took her a long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, she killed him. I mean, he killed him. So, that's the hard thing to forgive somebody for.
Yeah.
But hiding a child is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so did Sarah. But see, that's the thing.
That's that annoys
Sarah's.
To her.
Yeah, it was Sarah's choice, and Sarah asked her not to. I know, and of course there was an ulterior motive for Nicole, of course.
Yeah.
But why isn't he mad at Sarah? He wasn't even one little ounce mad at Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I like Xander and Sarah anyway, so I don't know. Eric.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me too.
I don't know who I went with
Bricole.
him because he doesn't. Yeah.
How about Eric and Lani?
No. A lot of them having any chemistry.
At this point, I don't think Eli's good enough.
The priesthood.
He's too dumb.
Oh no, that would be a waste. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody new coming on the show? I can't remember if there was any. Was there casting stories? I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta say though, with Lani, the one thing I liked about her new storyline is that I'm hoping Kristen helps her grow a pair of balls, because it just makes no sense how she let Gabi run all over her.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I'm actually liking about this role. Is maybe she's gonna learn to be more aggressive and more proactive and not let Gabi run her life. So, but, do you guys want to talk about the last group? Did you guys watch it?
Yes, I did. I just watched I got caught up. I just watched it today, the last couple. So what do you think? Is this a dream? Because
I think so.
Nobody back in Salem knows what's going on. It has to be. They're killing everybody. Shawn's the only one left.
Well, Ron tweeted that basically they shot those scenes, the last stuff, recently. So that's why the show is so far behind. But I can't imagine they just killed off Philip, Chloe, and Mimi. And Belle. Yeah. So there's no way. Yeah. And the person, and Jan Spears killed off everybody, and the last person left is Shawn.
Well, she's the one. So. She's the only one he liked, or she liked.
Right. Remember, she had him in a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Jan's dream of what she'd like to do with everybody. I don't know. And she was in jail, right? Is that where she was supposed to be?
She was in a coma.
Or in a coma. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, they had all the flashbacks of the last blast.
And it was hilarious.
You were never a fan of.
They were.
No.
I was never a fan of that whole group, but I mean, I didn't like Shawn and Belle.
Okay, I like them.
I actually like. I like
the original
Shawn better.
Yeah, Shawn was good.
Mm-hmm. But it cracked me up though, because you're watching the flashback.
Yeah,
they still showed Jason Clark and Kirsten Storms and Farrah Fast.
Right.
And I'm not.
Right.
I think they showed everybody except for Kyle Brandt. He was the only one who wasn't in there. So that was kind of funny. Mm-hmm. But they would sit there and show a close up of Jason Cook's brown eyes, and then they would put the camera on Brandon Beamer's blue eyes. And it's like, okay, did Shawn's eyes turn colors? Since high school.
Yeah, and they showed Kristen Storms instead of. Yeah, they showed all the flashbacks.
Yeah. I gotta say though, the new girl playing Mimi does look like Farrah Fast, and I think she actually did a good job playing Mimi, and she kind of had Mimi's attitude. So, but yes, there's no way they killed off all those people. That's just nuts.
Yeah. So. I saw tweets to Ron too. Cool, they said, "Come on, Ron, this is a dream. You know it's a dream." Yeah. So. But he wasn't saying anything. At least I didn't see anything back from him. But
yeah. So anyway, yes, they need to bring Philip back from the dead and bring him back to Salem as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what they do.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's what they're going to do.
As long as it's JKJ.
I'm thinking that's what they're going to do.
I hope
so.
My
gosh.
Have they been getting? Have you noticed that they've been getting family? Not family. Getting attention for that. I mean, have people been tweeting about it or anything? Philip?
Oh yeah.
Good.
About Philip. Yeah.
Is he on Twitter now, by any chance?
No, he's not. Nope.
He's not.
No, he's not on. Mm-mm.
Of course, Belle and Philip slept together. And Shawn caught them.
I'm glad you reminded me of the stuff on the Dual app, because I forgot about it, and I really wanted to see him on that.
Oh yeah, he's on that.
You're
yeah. Oh yeah, he's on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Do they save? Are they saved? Are they archiving? Are they archiving all those? Like, did they save the Abby and okay? So I thought, but
yeah, they're all on there.
Yeah, they're all. Everything's on there.
Just go to the app. Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what they're gonna do.
They're all on there
next after. Yeah, after this last cruise done. I wonder what they're gonna do next.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's really good. Then they have all kinds of other little features on there. Actually, they have one on there with Kayla and Justin, and well, actually, it's Mary Beth and Wally. They're not in character, but talking about their characters and the situation. And then they had Brady, Nicole, and Kristen on there talking about and it gives their insights into their characters and how they're playing them and what they think. And Mary Beth says she just sometimes when they get out of character, they look at the script and they just laugh, when they're not in character and they're reading the lines and the things that they have to do in the storyline. But she said, just be patient. I know a lot of you don't don't particularly like this story. She says, but just go with it. just try to stick it out, she said. Yeah. So they have a lot of great, good interviews and different little. They play different games and stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah, and there's a JKJ interview on there too with Lauren and John Aniston, and it's really good.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
That's a good one.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
I'm so far behind on everything.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Okay, do we miss anything? Anybody want to talk about anything?
I
think
Sounds
so.
good.
Guess we got all the stories.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it was fun. First podcast
It's
of the
gonna be
new
hard.
year.
Yeah, I guess
What
so.
number
Yeah.
What number is this? What number is this?
406.
406?
Yeah, 406.
Wow.
406.
Wow.
Hey, do we know when Teo's coming back?
I think it's supposed to be sometime in the new year, like this month, next month, but I'm not sure when. I know he had said something about that I'm pretty sure it's around then. But I can't. I think it's sometime this month.
Yeah, that house needs.
February. It's in the newer part of the new year.
Yeah.
The beginning of the new year. Yeah. Yeah, and I just want to say he's I think he's been over in Australia during all the time, and just want to say about all the fires and that over there.
Fires.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
awful.
Terrible over there.
Oh,
I was reading somewhere they said 500 billion animals. Yeah, half a billion.
Yeah, half a billion animals have been destroyed or killed.
Been killed, yeah. Yeah, and there's been people that have lost their lives and and everything, yeah.
And the homes, hundreds of homes.
And I think it's not far from where he's around them, where his family and that is too. So
scary. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he's because he's been putting it out there. So yeah. I don't know. They can't seem to contain it or anything. And then they have all, from all the fires in California. But there's a lot of them, and it's really bad out there. And it's very fast moving. Because I've been seeing some videos on there.
Some of the experts. I bet you they've got some of the experts from California and Arizona and all out down there. Don't you think?
Yeah, but I think California firefighters are going over.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's firefighters from over the United States going to help because they're
good.
Firefighters are pretty exhausted and they've been
What areas is it predominantly in? Like what areas?
It's like in that Victoria, New South Wales. Yeah, it's a lot of different areas. Some are worse than others. Yeah.
Oh,
it's so dry over there. Yeah, they need the rain.
Definitely.
Oh dear.
hopefully.
All right. Oh, well, definitely should be praying for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody have a good rest of the weekend.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
We're good.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.